What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are
the Distorted Theorists.
And today is a great episode of Marvel Mondays. And Pete, I'll let you take it from there. It is Captain America, the Winter Soldier, in my top 3, and it is your numero uno.
It is.
And why is it your numero uno? And many others, by the way, but why is it yours?
It's just the best story. It's the most complete story. We've got the Avengers movies, we've got Spider-Man movies. Like, Spider-Man's my boy, don't get me wrong. I love No Way Home. I love Thor Ragnarok. But in just terms of, you've heard me say this a lot, pacing, cinematography, action, it's just the perfect mix.
I got one word. For me, choreography.
Yes, the fights.
Choreography.
Oh my God.
Is this one the first one by the Russos?
Yes.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to forget the name of it, but it's the Extraction. Extraction. If you guys have not seen it, just to get away just for a quick second about the Russo brothers, if you have not watched Extraction, which actually stars Chris Hemsworth.
They didn't direct it.
They did. They had a hand in it. I don't know about the directing.
They produced it.
Fine. Perfect. That movie's choreography and fight scenes are amazing, and you can see it bleed into this. Well, you see this bleed into that. But that's all I'll say about there. But that's why I enjoyed it. And this was before the Winter Soldier became what it was. In my opinion, he was so good. The metal arm, the long hair, the mask, it was perfect. He was protected from COVID before COVID existed. It was deadly. But what do you like it?
It's just, it's everything about it. It's a long movie, like it is. This was a very long movie. It's over an hour and a half. Oh, sorry, no, it's over an hour and a half. It is.
It is.
Most of them are almost 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
But it's just, Chris Evans he's Captain America. He's my Captain America.
He is. He's America's ass.
Scarlet is my Black Widow. We've got Black Widow. We've got freaking Batroc the Leaper, George St. Pierre.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I don't know how they wiggled him in to get into that, but he was, as minute as he was, right? On a grand scheme of things, as minute as he was, perfect choice. And well, we all know he come back in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So just great callbacks. Everyone got a suit upgrade in this one. There was a more femme fatale, less booty.
and it blew everything apart with Hydra.
Yeah. It was just a rich is the word I'm going to use, storyline.
Yeah. They had so much to do with it, and it didn't, I think the slowest part of it could potentially have been the exposition regarding Herr Zoller talking about...
In the bunker?
In the bunker.
Yeah.
But even then, it was still like...
You were still glued to your TV.
Tell me more?
Yeah.
So it's the best MCU movie.
And the comedy hits, he's talking about, like, here's all the stuff you missed while you were under ice. Like, that's something you would do. Hey, you just came out of 100 years in the ice. Here's all the shit you missed. And, like, they play off of it. They introduce Anthony Mackie, which we all know became the Falcon.
And eventually.
Captain America. But, great choice there. And like you said, there was a lot of twists in this one. Because the big leaders of S.H.I.E.L.D. became the big leaders of Hydra. No one seen it coming, which was really, really cool.
Well, there was a lot of lead up to this one, and I did pay attention to a lot of it, but I think what we should do is we should watch this final trailer so we can get into it. We've talked a lot about the movie, but let's talk about the trailer.
I'm ready to see it again, pretty much, really and truly. All right, let's get into this trailer reaction right now.
Most of the intelligence community doesn't believe he exists. The ones that do call him the Winter Soldier. He's a ghost. You'll never find him.
I joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people.
Captain, to build a better world, sometimes means tearing the old one
Oh my
down.
God, I forgot about the elevator scene in this.
Like, look how badass this is.
Boom!
He's just straight up don't give a fuck.
Strong. Kind of metal arm.
Like, so good. So good.
Are you ready? All it takes is one step.
People are gonna die. I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
Captain America
You know
needs
that.
my help. When do we start?
We just did.
Hey, guy from 8 Mile.
Let's go, baby.
His name is Clarence.
Big helicarriers were so dope too.
That's right out of Civil War
Price of
comic.
freedom's high. And it's a price I'm willing to pay. You told me not to trust anyone. This is how it ends. Everything goes.
Ah.
So good. Like,
You're giving the orders now, Captain.
Damn right.
that shield is getting a banging.
good guys from the bad guys. If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
That right there. Let's go. Wow. 8 years ago, man. 8
Yep, and
years
it
ago.
still holds up. So Robert Redford as, eventually the leader of Hydra.
Yep.
And we've got Sam Jackson, we've got Scarlett Johansson. we've
Everybody
got
pulled their
Anthony
weight
Mackie.
in this movie.
It's just, and again, like there's that whole, we got to see Frank Grillo.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
There's crossbones and everything.
There's just the choreography. I got to talk about like that fight scene where they're flipping the knife. Remember, and he grabs us like jing jing jing, and you're like, all right, this guy could literally rip off Captain America. They actually made you feel like the Winter Soldier could beat Captain America's strength. The shield punch, the throw of the shield, grabbing him up by the throat and everything is just like.
But the other core aspect of this movie that I really feel rang true for me was, again, Captain America in the comics for the most part, like leading up into like the 90s and everything like that, and even in the Captain America, the First Avenger, and in Avengers, da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, da,
Poster boy.
you know, and then now he's like, okay, I'm back, I'm Captain America, what's up? And then he's like, well, the world has changed since 1940 considerably.
Yeah.
So this is what it is. He says, I signed it with S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people. And then he starts to like, well, there's more things going on.
The corruption.
Yeah.
And he's not having any of it. And he stands to his morals, which is the good part about it. He
Yes.
knows shit's going sideways. He needs to pick a side. And I don't know if he ever does really choose good or bad. He chooses what's right. But he chooses what's right,
yeah.
you know? Patriotism. Patriarchy? What's the word?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
He's a patriot for the USA. I don't know.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And like there's, again, some of these shots that you saw that the Quinjet kind of coming in front of him, and he's riding up with the...
Doesn't slow down for a second.
It's very similar to a shot that was out of Civil War in the comics.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a big fight that's on one of the helicarriers, and he basically jumps out of a building, lands on a jet, and then pilots it out as he goes. So it's very similar to that. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
You gotta start reading some of these
I
comics,
know.
man.
Another thing that I noticed, again, it refreshed me watching the trailer, is no cosmic BS. This is all ground level fights right here. Super Soldier versus Super Soldier. Who's the better one? And that's what it came down to. You got none of this other nonsense with stones. You got no Infinity Stones. You got no cosmic people. You got no other Avengers.
Fists.
You have no other Avengers, which is another cool thing. There was no cameos, if I'm not mistaken. Besides, now, obviously Black Widow, yes, and Nick Fury. But I mean, like the core Avengers. No one showed up to
Thor.
oomph up the movie. They didn't
No
need
Hulk.
it. Exactly, they didn't need it. This movie was completely standing on its own.
Self-contained, yeah.
And even after, I will ask you, because I know you said it's your number one, even after all this time, No Way Home, everything included, is it still number one?
It is. Like, I will say in terms of most fun that I've had in a Marvel movie, it's going to be No Way Home. But just in terms of just sheer everything about it, it's the perfect package.
Yeah.
And people are going to come in, I know they're going to say, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
I feel that it's in my number one. It's in your top three.
It's definitely my top three. Like I said before in one of our other videos, Avengers is still number one for me because of the emotion that I embodied watching that film, right? And for me, Winter Soldier, I always said anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Winter Soldier is my top three, and Avengers. And luckily, for everyone still watching Marvel Mondays, the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's the biggest
It was the
surprise
biggest
for me.
surprise, biggest introduction. And I'm excited to see that. So make sure you stick around next week. And they got two.
Like, share, Subscribe.
Hit the button if you want to see us do stupid things.
We're going to auto-tune that in a bit for you.
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in for Marvel Mondays. We do appreciate it as always. And once again, I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and like we always say, keep it real.